Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys. Are we live? Let me know how many folks are there. If there's someone, please let me know. Have we started the channel? Hello, Nikhil. Can I reply? Let me see. How many folks are there? If there's someone, please let me know. Let's wait for 5 minutes and then maybe we can start. Hello, Nikhil. Can I reply? Let me see. How many folks are there? If there's someone, please let me know. Let's wait for 5 minutes and then maybe we can start. Okay, great. So, what's up? Hello, Nikhil. What's up, guys? How is your weekend going? Can I reply? Let me see. How many folks are there? Let's wait till maybe 8:05. If there's someone, maybe we can have. Let's wait for 5 minutes and then we can start. Okay, great. So, what's up? Hello, Nikhil. Guys, how is your weekend going? I think I have created a video on this. जितना मुझे याद है. How many folks are there? Let's wait till maybe 8:05. If there's someone, maybe we can have. Let's wait for 5 minutes and then how to actually form your message and all that. Lag is coming. What's up? Hello, Nikhil. How is your weekend going? I think I have created a video on this. जितना मुझे याद है. Okay, let me check. Now लैग का तो मैं क्या करूं, देखते हैं कुछ हो सकता है क्या. Is there an option for buffer? Yeah, Yush, can you let me know lag या फिर डबल ऑडियो अभी भी हो रहा है? Okay. What about the lag? Okay, maybe we can start. Lag है still थोड़ा. कैसे हटाऊँ? बफरिंग स्लो. चलो फिगर आउट करते हैं कुछ ना कुछ. Maybe my internet is slow. Let me check. बफरिंग फास्ट करनी है. Yes, my net is slow actually. मुझे बस 2 मिनट दो, then maybe we can start your questions. Let me set the buffering. कुछ हो पाता है क्या? जस्ट अ सेकेंड निखिल, लेट मी सेट बफरिंग का कुछ इशू है क्या. Buffering is there but audio is clear, or audio is still lagging. बड़ा चक्कर है यार ये तो, क्या किया जाए. Okay, audio is clear, so maybe we can start. I can start presenting. Forget about my video and all. Okay. Yes. So already you guys know I posted in the channel about this live session. Yeah. So I think we have received around 18 questions and there are a couple of resumes, 18. So we will review one of them like one by one. But before that, maybe let me go through your question. Okay, निखिल का क्या क्वेश्चन था. जैसे ओवर BC डिग्री कैंडिडेट को अलाउ करते हैं या ST1 प्रोफाइल एज अ फ्रेशर BC grad as they only prefer BTech. So generally Nikhil, in top companies they prefer BTech right now, but there is no as such condition that BC candidates will not be allowed. They just tell like if you have similar background as of computer science, so then you can just apply. Can you make a Discord channel where we can discuss with you? I will think about it, Rishabh. I'm not sure right now because managing it is very hard for me. So that is the scene. Okay, we can maybe start with our resume review because we are going about the time. Although जिसने भी resume डाले, I am sure, pretty sure कि they have changed their name if they are not comfortable in the live stream. Okay, so SWE current role target ज्योतिषमय टीका, ठीक है. Graduation तेजपुर यूनिवर्सिटी आसाम. You will graduate this year. That means you are a fresher. ठीक है. And you have done the internship. Good. Project internship in IIT Guwahati. Okay. ठीक है. BTech in electrical engineering. Okay, first of all the template looks good. I think ये template overleaf से बनाया होगा ज्योतिषमय ने. That is great because overleaf template generally is good for ATS and the screening part. That should be good here. If we go to the detailing of each and every section, LinkedIn, your link should be here. Research gate, okay, research paper भी है, lead code भी है. ठीक है. This really looks good because generally HR look over your lead code and LinkedIn and GitHub. Technical skills top पे है. it is bit questionable. I would say you can keep your technical skills just below, maybe after paid freelancing. That should be good, because your experience matters more than your technical skills, and your experience generally shows what you have done. Full stack development, hybrid, Cognio, HTML. Okay, so overall, if I would say, in your experience in this company, whatever the experience it is, you should show some kind of impact in that. That means कि suppose you have done like built drag and drop web layout editor, right? So what was the impact of that in your company? What was the scale, like whether the revenue got generated or user impacted, user experience enhanced हुआ है? अगर user experience enhanced हुआ है तो कितने user growth हुआ? In terms of percentage or maybe dollars, you can write these impact at the end. Because if you talk about recruiter are non-technical folks. They don't know much about how the layout structure is being built or editor is being built. So they generally focus on कि तुम्हारा impact क्या पड़ा है in a company. तो if you are able to figure out कि या तो revenue generation ज़्यादा हुआ है या user experience enhance हुआ है, कुछ भी impact तो पड़ता ही पड़ता है whenever you do any work. So just try to write it down after this, or maybe in every sentence. I would say in my resume, in every sentence after there is an impact, either in terms of percentage or dollars. That I make sure, because it shows कि तुमने जो भी काम किया it's actually impacting the company in a positive manner. हाँ, tech stack good, ठीक है. And one advice is that don't write so much of tech stack. Suppose React लिखा है, TypeScript लिखा है, ठीक है. Tailwind CSS no need to require, Just and no need to require, Fast API, Postgres. I think one DB should be fine here, rest you can erase. Same for Neo Data के लिए जो भी मैंने feedback यहाँ दिया, it should be good. Project internship, I think you can keep it is because ठीक है IT गुवाहाटी में ऐसे ही होता है. Paid freelancing, ठीक है. Right now you can keep it, but after joining a company you should remove the paid freelancing project because it doesn't make sense. Right now you can show because to fill up your resume and all that, I can understand. And here one thing I have seen that you haven't provided any details about your achievements in colleges, maybe hackathon and all that. You should provide, and you should provide the links of your lead code. You have provided it, but how many questions you have done, what was the rank, if you have accumulated any rank, like good rank in a competition, any coding competition, you should write it. So you can remove this part and you can write that part. Personal projects, ठीक है, it should be good. Personal projects में generally hiring manager will look into it, but yeah, overall it looks good. Okay. ठीक है, एक एक करके करेंगे. एक रेज्यूमे रिव्यू, फिर उसके बाद एक क्वेश्चन. Ashish, I already answered about the referral ki technique and all in my video. One of the video you can check it out. Lokesh, I am working as QA for 3 years of experience, planning to shift to developer role. I am good at Java. Please guide me. What should I learn now? You shouldn't be learning now. You should be creating projects more. And if, as I can see here, 3 years of experience, so just keep on applying and try to see where things are lagging on your side, because learning से कुछ नहीं होगा. Mainly they want to see some kind of impact you created in the company, and it's very rare कि for numbers of experience, जैसे 3 years experience you are, so they will not see your personal projects, but you can try on that part. And I would say you can maybe create some projects, personal projects, try to upload them on LinkedIn, Twitter, and get highlighted, like get some likes and all that, because it really matters. People think that putting in LinkedIn or Twitter doesn't make sense, but building in public really makes sense, because if you don't have skills or if you don't have any project in your company, how would you show that you are good at something? So that is the way to go. Okay. Am I still lagging? But yeah, my audio is clear, I think, right? So that should be good. Danish. Okay, they should be good. Okay, क्या था? Small product base to Fang. ठीक है. So one misconception I want to clear, as such FANG में जाने के लिए कोई resume नहीं बनता है. I never tailored my resume based on some FANG companies or maybe some small startups and all that. Maybe some key points I see in like job description and I put it, but generally I don't create as such a resume for FANG, right? So you don't focus on that. You should be creating, whenever you are creating a resume, just try to think in perspective of recruiter. Okay, it's a all human psychology. Think in terms of recruiter कि recruiter क्या देखता है generally in a resume. So they try to look over that you have created any impact in your company or not, right? If you are a experienced candidate mainly, like so if I talk about Danish, did you same case? I think here भी अभी भी join किया ना. हाँ, तो if you are applying, you will be applying for SD1. और अभी मई से जुलाई सितंबर, आई डोंट थिंक दे विल एक्चुअली टेक योर रेज्यूमे ऑल्सो, बट देयर इज अ चांसेस दैट दे कैन ऑल्सो टेक, बट इट्स हाईली चांसेस दैट इफ़ यू आर इन ए कंपनी they will make sure कि you are in a company for 6 months down the line and they see your impact, then you can apply. But abhi you can just try to focus on your current company, do more and more work and try to build up your resume, because internship से काम नहीं चलेगा. Once you are in a company, your only thing matters is what you are doing in a company, not a maybe intern or not your maybe projects. Hiring manager will never see your personal projects if you are an experienced candidate. Okay, overall if I see, I think implement this recycle, ठीक है, you highlighted the impacts, that should be good, but I have seen you are already highlighting the percentage impact. That means either you should be on the platform side, redesign UIs to just on, ठीक है, enhance user engagement by 60%. Just try to find out some way where you can show dollar impact. That means कि यूज़र कंपनी को कितना impact पड़ा है इस चीज़ से in a positive manner in terms of revenue generation, and you can add that. One thing is missing here, just add one more line below that tech stack and write the tech stack which you have used in this company. Similarly for these also, but overall I can say you are based on front end, so ठीक है, it should be good, but I can write it. Project matter नहीं करता है, achievement matters, ठीक है, they should be good. And try to provide some link, like if you are on a platform, so okay, you have provided, great. ठीक है, ये तो कोर्स होता था जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, ये कोई IIT मद्रास बनाती है आई थिंक, उसका कोर्स होता था ये. Try to remove this percentage. Why I'm saying that, because किसी रिक्रूटर के लिए 90% 95% ज़्यादा अच्छे होते हैं, किसी के लिए 90 अच्छे होते हैं, तो इट्स वेरी क्वेश्चनेबल. जस्ट रिमूव दैट सो दैट बैरियर कैन बी रिमूव्ड, सो दैट शुड बी गुड. ओके, अरे भाई इतने सारे क्वेश्चन, एक एक करके देखते हैं. Krish Gupta, I want to know the best way to learn DSA and not forget the concept. Okay, so here's a bit of truth about DSA. DSA is that kind of thing जो तुम कितना भी पढ़ लो बट तुम्हें कभी याद नहीं रहेगा. And it happens, whoever suppose तुम्हारे माइंड में maybe नीट कोड्स ड्राइवर और maybe some other creators are there who you think कि उनको हमेशा कंसेप्ट याद रहते हैं. नहीं, whenever they create a video, they first try to research on their end, find out the proper solution, and then they provide the video. उनको भी exactly पूरे solutioning and concept याद नहीं रहते. तो DSA is one thing that you need to revise. I would say system design is a different scenario actually. System design में you will be very excited to learn this thing and you will be actually remembering. But DSA in day-to-day life you don't use much. I would honestly say in day-to-day life mainly mapping, for loop, string manipulation, कभी कभी graph, ठीक है. DB तो बहुत ही rare use होता है, तो it's all about that only. So DSA के लिए you have to keep revising. Try to maintain some kind of a notebook so that you can revise whichever question you didn't actually perform earlier. Follow some sheet, maybe नीट कोड्स ड्राइवर, कोई भी शीट चलेगी, सब में एक ही क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है. दैट ऑल स्टार्टेड विद GFG से सबने पिक करके एक करके सबने अपनी शीट बनाई है, सारे क्वेश्चन सेम है. पिक एनी शीट, डू दैट कम्प्लीटली, फिगर आउट द पैटर्न्स इन दैम कि कहाँ पे ग्राफ लग रहा है, ग्राफ में कौन सा कोसा राजू डाइक्सरा एल्गोरिथम कहाँ पे लग रहा है. ट्राई टू फिगर आउट द पैटर्न्स इन दैम. That is the only way, and keep revising. इसका कोई ऐसा सोल्यूशन नहीं है कि एक बार पढ़ लिया तो हो जाए, नहीं होगा, कभी नहीं होगा. Okay, let's go to questions. I completed my graduation last month and want to prepare for ST1 backend interviews based on Node.js. What is the actual difference between system design LD, HLD? What to expect for an entry level ST1? What concepts to be likely asked in every round? Okay, so for SD1 backend interviews, I would say hiring managers generally ask about your system design, which can be very basic question. Suppose design URL shortener, and it will not be a dig deep. They just want to know high overview कि तुम्हें कितना idea है. When I say system design, they generally focus on your maybe scaling. Do you know the vertical scaling, horizontal scaling, and the main question SQL versus no SQL हमेशा पूछेंगे. I think as per what I've seen के freshers से they generally ask SQL versus no SQL का question every time. कैप थ्योरम, ठीक है, वर्टिकल स्केलिंग, हॉरिजॉन्टल स्केलिंग क्या होती है, कैशिंग क्या होता है, कैशिंग में कौन कौन से टाइप होते हैं, एंड हाउ डू यू एक्चुअली रिजॉल्व डेडलॉक सिनेरियो, कंकरेंसी क्या होता है, पैरेललिज्म क्या होता है. दीज आर ऑल द बेसिक क्वेश्चंस जो सिस्टम डिज़ाइन में आते हैं. इफ़ यू वांट टू लर्न मोर अबाउट इट, मे बी आई वुड से कि सिस्टम डिज़ाइन प्रीमियर करके एक गिटहब रिपो है, दैट यू कैन गो थ्रू. दैट इज़ वेरी गुड ऑन द बेसिक पार्ट्स, लाइक ऑल द टॉपिक्स आर एक्चुअली देयर. So you can go through one by one and see overview. So you can go through for fresher part. How are you preparing for LLD, HLD? I'm not preparing right now. ठीक है, तो I am working in some other company, like in a company. Maybe some folks know, maybe some doesn't know. So earlier I used to work in Microsoft. From like about 2.8 years I worked in Microsoft. Then I shifted. So but for LLD, I would say I did not have as such resources as kind of thing. I used to have the collection of questions. How do I collect those all questions? Through lead code discuss section. Suppose if I am preparing for maybe Databricks, so Databricks के जितने भी earlier questions आएंगे, I used to list them down and try to solve them one by one. And main thing is in LLD is design patterns and OOPS concept. And right now in whichever company I am, so I am taking the interviews, and what I have seen that in LLD round major focus is on design patterns, that you are using design patterns correctly or not. That is the main thing. If you want to know the resources and all, just search LLD, learn the design pattern first, OOPS concept first, and search the questions. I would say there are many tons of questions available, or just write LLD coding or something, you will get all the questions. There are very basic questions like design pub/sub is there, right? डिज़ाइन बुक माई शो इज़ देयर, डिज़ाइन फाइल सिस्टम इज़ देयर. यही सारे रिवॉल्व करके होते हैं, बट ओवरऑल इफ़ यू सी टॉप 10 डिज़ाइन पैटर्न्स के अंदर सारे कवर हो जाते हैं. टॉकिंग अबाउट द HLD राउंड, ये बहुत ही ब्रॉड है, ठीक है. इसकी प्रिपरेशन इतनी जल्दी नहीं हो पाती है. यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर वन बाय वन. सो आई वुड से फर्स्ट टास्क फोकसिंग ऑन दिस गिटहब रिपो. इसके सारे पॉइंट्स यू कैन गो थ्रू एंड सी इन विच यू आर लैगिंग, ट्राई टू इम्प्रूव दैम एंड सॉल्व वन बाय वन क्वेश्चंस. एंड suppose like there are many basic questions you can see in lead code discuss section, like design book my show is there, design job scheduler is there. So try to solve it by yourself, then try to see any YouTube videos available, or try to find out the better way, but keep on learning and improving. HLD का ये, HLD में और कुछ नहीं हो सकता, तुम रट नहीं सकते इसमें, because in an interview things can go many here and there. Suppose you thought like तुम सिर्फ डायग्राम बना दोगे हो जाएगा, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Interviewer will actually stop you and try to dig deep in a one particular part, और वो part कुछ भी हो सकता है. तो you should have like a very concrete idea about your DB, schema, scaling part, everything. Hey, so I am planning for switch and I am 2 years of experience in product based company. How should I apply? Like which platform are best? Also is LinkedIn Premium worth? Okay, first question का answer, I have actually created the video. कैसे अप्लाई करना है, तो यू कैन गो थ्रू. कहाँ पे होगा ये रहा. आई गॉट द इंटरव्यू कॉल्स, यू कैन चेक दिस वीडियो. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन जो है, लीड कोड प्रीमियम वर्थ इट है. आई वुड से टू रीच आउट द फोक्स विच डजंट रिप्लाई मच. इट्स बेस्ट फॉर दैट. सपोज आई एम टेकिंग सिनेरियो ऑफ रिक्रूटर्स एंड ऑल that get highlighted, but I have taken it for 1 month. I haven't seen the much result. But if you want to actually, suppose you don't have much connections, then LinkedIn Premium can be worth it, because there will be no as such barrier to apply as much as connection request as possible. So you can take it. I would say take for 1 month and experiment with it. इसका कोई मतलब आंसर कोई बता नहीं सकता तुम्हारे लिए, तुम्हारे यूज़ केस के लिए कितना बेनिफिट तुम्हें चाहिए. ट्राई इट आउट, सिंपल. हाउ टू मूव टू रिसर्च साइंटिस्ट or apply scientist role at FANG without MS from Sri. I have not a lot of profile to hire without MS or PhD. I am applying to contribute it on the PyTorch, maybe even get a PyTorch. Newcomer, can I get achievement stepping stone? Is there any open source contribution? Okay, so this is regarding very high level perspective, I would say. I have not much detail about it, but overall going into the applied scientist or research scientist is not possible through SD1 role. ठीक है, you need to have some kind of deep knowledge about the field in which you are trying to go, and for that companies generally look out for MS and PhD. One recommendation I can give you, you can have online degree of MS and PhD. When I say online degree, not from any Indian universities. Georgia Tech is one of the top university in which you can apply and learn online. That is like, I think they can admire a lot. But apart from that, I think project and all that will also not matter. Try to get work in your current company regarding maybe some research field. That can help you, but overall I would say if you directly apply to research scientist, apply scientist, you will get rejected. That is my overview idea, what I have seen. But yeah, how do I switch to product based company from my service based if my notice period is 90 days? Prepare. That's not any option, right? Just keep preparing for DSA, HLD. That's it. For like I would say, if you are preparing for SD1 to SD2, try to focus first on maybe DSA, second on HLD, third on LLD, because LLD is asked by many of the like I would say like 3-4 companies, Rubrik, Flipkart, Uber, or maybe few other companies. तो 90% सारी companies DSA और HLD में हो जाएगी. तो try to focus on that and prepare thoroughly. यही है इसका, प्रिपेयर करो एंड डे टू डे टाइम निकालो, 4-5 घंटे निकालो एंड प्रिपेयर दैट इज़ नो अदर वे. ओके, चल क्या रहा है अभी चैट में देख लेते हैं. Deepak Pandey, how was your Stripe interview? I recently interviewed for Stripe and got rejected because of the integration round. Any guidance? तो I will upload for Stripe, but Stripe का बहुत मतलब I would say that was the very, I would say, shocking, very interesting, and it was very great experience at Stripe, I would say, because सारे interview was very unique and I was really getting bored. बाकी सब कंपनीज में अप्लाई करके वही DSA, HLD and some other way, but Stripe के interviews time were like very different. Integration round was one thing, other was mainly I think bug bash or code bug bash जो भी कहते हैं, that was also very interesting round. तो yeah, EPI इंटीग्रेशन में आई वुड से इट्स ऑल अबाउट स्पीड. वहाँ पे वो 4 पार्ट देते हैं एक क्वेश्चन के, सो यू शुड बी एबल टू डू 3 पार्ट्स. दैट इज़ देयर क्वालिफिकेशन क्राइटेरिया. सो आई थिंक इन दिस टाइप मेजर थिंग इज concept doesn't matter much, like the optimal solution they don't look out for. Your code should be running, that is the main focus. So yeah, that is one thing, but I will create a video on that. Okay, let's go fast. Can I know is any opening program in October? Can I know that thing? Yeah, so folks, if you're applying to product based companies, I would say दिसंबर में हायरिंग का एक बजट, मतलब लास्ट क्वार्टर में एक बजट निकलता है, दैट शुड बी क्लोज्ड इन दिसंबर. तो बहुत ही पीक हायरिंग होती है अक्टूबर नवंबर में. तो कीप अप्लाइंग, आई वुड से. रिक्रूटर्स पे प्रेशर होता है कि दे नीड टू फिल द पोजीशन, दैट इज़ द मेन थिंग आई हैव सीन. तो दैट इज़ यू शुड अप्लाई लाइक वेरी मच एज मच एज पॉसिबल. आई वांट टू बिकम जावा डेवलपर, हाउ मच शुड आई स्टडी? यार पढ़ाई करो, प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाओ और शो करो. कितना पढ़ाई करनी है ये तो तुम्हारे ऊपर है कि तुम्हें कितना समझ में आता है. आई वुड से कि कंसेप्ट सारे क्लियर हो जाना चाहिए. इफ़ आई वुड से कि जावा में गार्बेज कलेक्शन क्या होता है, तो यू शुड नो एंड टू एंड. जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल, बट ट्राई टू क्रिएट एज मच एज प्रोजेक्ट एज पॉसिबल. या यहाँ पे कॉन्टेक्स्ट मिसिंग है और एक्सपीरियंस कैंडिडेट और मे बी फ्रेशर. आई एम करेंटली बैलेंसिंग ऑफिस वर्क विद इंटरव्यू प्रेप, बट प्रेशर इज huge, and I'm also on my promo path in office for Q4. I'm definitely leaning towards switching. Need another 20 days of prep to be prepared to NF. Okay, but if I put all the focus on interview prep, or should I keep trying to balance between? Okay, this is very debatable question, I would say, because I'm not sure how you got to know that you will get promoted if you are in pipeline also. Okay, but if you think that you will get promoted, I would say focus on that, because 20 days doesn't matter much. ठीक है, प्रमोशन लो फिर प्रिपरेशन कर दो, सीधी सी बात है. पहले प्रमोशन ले लो ताकि यू आर श्योर कि एक चीज़ कंप्लीट हो गई है. 20 दिन में यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्विच, दैट इज़ फॉर श्योर. इफ़ यू अप्लाई टू गूगल और मे बी एनी अदर कंपनी, 20 दिन तो रिप्लाई आने में लग जाएंगे. तो फोकस ऑन फर्स्ट प्रमोशन, देन मे बी यू कैन स्विच. ठीक है, एंड मे बी 1-2 घंटे दे दो उस टाइम पे. यू डोंट हैव टू फोकस मच ऑन प्रिपरेशन एट द टाइम, बट या इट ऑल डिपेंड्स कि तुम्हारा प्रमोशन हो जाना चाहिए. या ऑल द बेस्ट. Hello sir, hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing well, thank you. 2025 grad Accenture, but haven't received joining yet. My interview went well, I am very confident, but results are still pending. My other batchmates take. Meanwhile, I try to prepare not good in DSA and no backend with Node.js. And my doubt is, should I upskill or wait for these offers? Never wait. Okay, so this situation is happening from past 2 to 3 years, I would say. इसका कोई solution नहीं है. I would say मेरे कॉलेजेस से भी जो ग्रेजुएट हुए थे लोग, उनको भी सेम अमेज़ॉन का ऑफर अटक गया था. तो दैट वाज आल्सो द सीन. डोंट वेट फॉर देयर ऑफर्स, इट कैन गेट रिजेक्टेड. ठीक है, ऑफर डिक्लाइन हो जाएंगे, क्या पता. कीप अप्लाइंग फॉर द ऑफ कैंपस एंड फोकस मोर ऑन DSA पार्ट, बिकॉज यू आर फ्रेशर. तो DSA की ही राउंड फोकस होंगे. Even if you don't focus on system design, it should be good, and you should have like strong maybe 1 or 2 personal projects to apply for off campus. Main thing is DSA. अगर तुम DSA में बहुत फाड़ हो for fresher, you should be good to crack any company. That is my main agenda in India. Like in India 95% of the companies only hire through DSA. Outside भी यही होता है. फांग तो पूरा ही DSA based है. Personal projects थोड़े बहुत चलेंगे, तो it should be good. Chat. Let's see chat पे क्या चल रहा है. Amar Kumar Shaw, any prep guide and roadmap for SD2 front end machine coding, system design and DSA? Till what extent do we need to prepare? Front end के लिए I'm not the expert guy. I'm mainly on back end folk. तो front end का मैं नहीं बता सकता, but there are few folks I know. Akshay Sani is one great guy. तो यू कैन चेक हिज चैनल. आई वुड से रोड मैप बता रखा है अक्षय सैन ने. उसके कोर्सेज भी अच्छे हैं, यू कैन टेक इफ़ यू वांट. सिस्टम डिज़ाइन, DSA तो यू नो, पिक एनी शीट, प्रिपेयर एज मच एज पॉसिबल, ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द पैटर्न्स. कितना एक्सटेंड तक प्रिपेयर करना है, जब तक यू आर नॉट एबल टू फील कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट दैट. तो हाउ वुड यू नो? सपोज फॉर DSA, if you say you have prepared, pick any question from graph DP, any random question, and solve it. If you are able to solve within the time constraint, then you are prepared. That's it. Same for a machine coding round. Pick any question, try to solve it completely within the time constraint. That's it. Okay. थोड़ा रेज्यूमे रिव्यू करते हैं. We have time. So don't get me wrong, but Samuel, on first look I will reject this resume. There are few points why I am telling that. This is very clutter. If any recruiter will pick this up, he will actually get confused कि what is actually written here. No key points are highlighted, and no inlining is done properly, no spacing is done properly, and there's like 2 pages, and you are recently graduate, like 1 साल का experience है. My resume is a 1 pager. I am not sure why your resume is 2 pager. So you should actually focus on creating 1 pager resume. Or dig deep if I would go, never write any summary in the top. If you are experienced candidate or fresher, never. It doesn't matter. These links are good. Immediate joiner, no notice period. No need to write it. ये नेगेटिव में चले जाएगा, that you are not good at your skills. Never write it. Skills, okay, this part is good. For experience, you should actually break down or maybe simplify these points. So whenever you write any point in a resume for any, suppose you are done an internship or maybe experienced candidate, it's a point, right? Half of the point should be what you have done, half of the point should be what is the impact in company. That's it. Okay. But I am not able to even read a single sentence properly without highlighting. So this is very wrong, like I would say. Reduce these points. Doesn't matter, like five points you have written. I know that you would have done the work, but in terms of recruiter, I will never go in deep. And folks will argue here that hiring manager पे तो देखते हैं resume, internship के लिए देखते हैं. If you are fresher, they will see. For if you are like experienced candidate, there is likely chances they will not see. And in hiring manager round, they will ask you to explain the project that you have done in a company. So your resume will not likely be seen by hiring manager. There is 90% chances it will not be seen. बहुत बढ़िया. ये क्या है भाई तुम? You are 2 years experience, I can see. ठीक है. Tata. ठीक है, this seems good. Maybe instead of writing it separately, you can club it like global rank 156, 204 and all this thing. I know you can say like अलग-अलग competitions थे, but eventually it doesn't matter. You can just write code shell starters and try to save your maybe some lining in resume and try to fill it with something else, maybe some achievements more apart from your coding, because experienced candidate तुम अभी कर ही नहीं रहे हो. That should be ideally it should be from college, right? So apart from these work, what is your achievement? Nothing. So ये drawback में आ जाएगा. Maybe some hackathon or maybe something should be there. Skills, projects. You can write detailing about maybe 1 or 2 sentences about this project, but yeah, it doesn't matter even much. Yeah, so that is one take. Another is you can maybe add a point here similar to maybe writing system design, computer networking or OS. Why I'm telling that? Because in JD, if any ATS is getting screened, at that point your ATS will be higher as compared to that JD. That is one point I would like to say. Education doesn't matter. So here I'm not sure many of the so-called influencers will be actually leveraging this point कि tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 matter करता है. But after you are experienced candidate, your education doesn't matter. In some of the companies it matters. D Shaw matter करता है, HFT matter करता है. Apart from them, it doesn't matter. What have you done as an experienced candidate in your company matters a lot. Your education doesn't matter. So I would say education को सबसे last में डालो. Chat. Time for chat. Divyansh Gupta, should I leave my L3 speak at Google for the ST2 role? I have 1.5 years experience as an analyst at GS. With Google's slow promo, I will essentially be ST1. Surely, this is very great point. But here you have to look into 3 perspectives. Whenever you are joining, first pay, second is work, third is work-life balance. ठीक है, तुम्हें तीनों चीज़ें नहीं मिल सकती हमेशा. तो you have to focus on कि which you want to make sure कि 2 चीज़ें मिल जाएं. अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि अभी तुम गूगल में हो, तुम्हें काम अच्छा मिल रहा है, पैसा अच्छा मिल रहा है, stay there. If you think कि you want position hiring, like you should be in ST2 position, then जो तुमने बात बोली that is true. I have seen गूगल में स्लो प्रोमो होता है और शॉर्टली मतलब 2-3 साल तो लग ही जाएंगे. तो इट्स अप टू यू कि you are good with the pay they are providing and the work you are doing, then it should be good. You can stay for 2 years, then you can jump. But if you are not so confident about the work and about the pay maybe, or maybe about the work also, then you can switch. And I would say you should be good. I think Google and GS on the resume should be good for qualification. अभिनव जाम, मैन आई फिल्ड द रेज्यूमे फॉर्म बट लीक्ड माई नंबर. कोई नहीं कॉल करेगा, टेंशन मत करो. डीए से कहाँ से करें? डीए से कहाँ से करें? डीए से तुम नीट कोड से कर सकते हो, स्टाइवर से कर सकते हो, पेप कोडिंग को ही बोल रहा था वहाँ से कर सकते हो. मतलब क्या मैटर करता है? लीड कोड से करोगे मेनली तो तुम. मैं ये सब शीट के नाम बता रहा हूँ. एंड फोक स्टाइल लाइक इट डजेंट मैटर तुम डीए से कहीं से भी करो, ठीक है. क्योंकि इवेंचुअली सब सेम ही क्वेश्चन है, सब लीड कोड की ही लिंक दे रखी होती है, वहीं तुम्हें सॉल्व करना है. इट्स अबाउट फाइंडिंग द पैटर्न फाइंड आउट करो. तुम्हें लगता है कि कोई तुम्हें ट्यूटर बहुत अच्छा लगता है, मे बी स्टाइवर का ग्राफ अच्छा है, डीपी अच्छा है, कुछ भी अच्छा है, या पेप कोडिंग का कुछ और अच्छा है, मे बी आदित्य वर्मा का डीपी अच्छा है, नीट कोड का कुछ और अच्छा है, तो फोकस ऑन दैट. ग्राफ यहीं से पढ़ लिया, डीपी वहाँ से पढ़ लिया, स्ट्रिंग मैनिपुलेशन कहीं और से पढ़ लिया, लीड कोड लिंक लिस्ट कहीं और से पढ़ लिया. तुम्हें कंसेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए. इट डजेंट मैटर कहाँ से करें. Can you refresh the sheet? I have shared my resume just now. अनुज भाई तुम्हारा तो सबसे लास्ट में आएगा, कैसे होगा? कितना टाइम बाकी है? 41 हो चुके हैं. ठीक है, थोड़ा और एक्सटेंड कर लेंगे. कहाँ तक पहुँच गए थे अपन? ठीक है, थोड़ा सीनियर देखते हैं. पार्थ पटेल. ओके, योर 5 years experience. Don't write CGPA. Don't write. I would say if you are minor in computer science, don't write it. Just write BTech in CS. That's it. Why to make things complicated? Like 7.3, I'm easily sure that many of the recruiters will reject your resume by just seeing this. Never write it. ठीक है, this part should be good. I'm not focusing on this. Majorly C++, Java, SQL, JavaScript. Java ही है, backend ही है, और तो ठीक है. Sorry. This is very clutter. 1.3 लाइन में जा रहा है. It doesn't make sense. It should be maybe 1 or 2 max with your like maybe what you have done and what is the impact. That's it. Don't make it so much clutter. If you really think कि कोई तुम्हारा पूरा sentence पढ़ता है, you are at the wrong path, because recruiters यूँ करते हैं बस. Maybe they just see for 5 seconds, they see the keywords. Maybe if they are looking for Java, some impact, that's it, and maybe some achievements and all, and that's it. You are done. Either you are yes or no, that's it. कुछ मैटर नहीं करेगा. बाकी I would say you have done a good work in terms of, yeah. So see, this is some kind of not the experience you should write here. I would say you can actually maybe format it a bit and write it as an achievement. Yeah, that is my point I would like to highlight, because I can't see any achievement part here and it matters. ये लाइन लिखने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं थी. ये दोनों कंबाइन हो सकती थी easily. So this is my feedback. इसको भी थोड़ा रिड्यूस कर दो, मतलब दिस इज़ नाइस जनी. So one point here for fresher, whoever is seeing, try to create projects related to AI. Use GenAI. I would say in this time you should only have the idea in your mind and try to actually build a project from scratch using Cursor or Cloud Code with your idea, and that's it. And write it very clearly that I have created this project using Cursor or Cloud Code. Why I'm saying that? Because in all the top companies, we are actually focusing on how much you're leveraging these products like Cursor and Cloud Code and all to enhance your actually, or maybe to increase your developer productivity. So if you would say at the starting point only कि you are very good at it, that will be a very very high chances you will get shortlisted for interview itself. And yeah, surely your idea should not be clone Netflix. It should be something new. अभी सर यादव भैया मेरा हनीवेल में एसडी रोल में हो गया है. इज इट गुड कंपनी टू जॉइन बिग टेक? आर यू अ फ्रेशर और आर यू अ experienced candidate? If you are a fresher, then join. Why are you waiting for like to crack another company? If you're experienced, then you have time. You can actually get more offers, then decide. Video is lagging, don't know why. I also don't know. So let's not focus on the video, try to focus on audio. I will try to resolve it in the next maybe live session. Oh, Amazon browsers check क्लियर हो गया SD1. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन सूरज. डी से कहाँ से करें? सॉरी आई वॉज लेट टू द फॉर्म माई. ओके, सो आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल आउट वन थिंग. इफ़ यू थिंक दैट माई योर क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट रिजॉल्व, दिस इज़ माई टॉप मेट. इफ़ यू सी एनी स्लॉट्स अवेलेबल यू कैन बुक. बट या, क्योंकि आई वुड से आई नीड टू क्लोज दिस मे बी विद इन 5-10 minutes. ओके, लास्ट 10 minutes वी कैन डिस्कस. आस्क टू स्ट्रेंजर डेटा इंजीनियरिंग. क्या क्वेश्चन है? मतलब देश में क्वेश्चन ये है. In what aspect was your resume different from others? What part of your resume made recruiters not easy? Oh, this is very interesting question. Nice. So there is one point I would like to clear, that if you think my resume was very extraordinary, that was not the case. जैसे right now I am reviewing sorry, I am reviewing some of the resumes, and जो मैं key points तुम्हें बता रहा हूँ, that is actually I have implemented. What I have done, that after each rejection I used to see कि why it is rejected, and surely you will say कि you will not get any feedback from recruiters or any hiring managers, but you know कि इस JD के लिए there should be a resume. Ideally, if you just think in terms of that you are a recruiter, will you accept this resume or not? That is one part. How would I see key points? JD में जो key points हैं, is it matching with my resume? That is one thing. Other thing is, मेरा company का impact काफ़ी अच्छा था, which I created in Microsoft, and I highlighted it very very clearly. ठीक है, I did open source projects. I have some of the ranks which I did like in my college, CodeChef and all. It was really good ranks. Some of the achievements, I have done hackathons in my company. ठीक है, that is one part. I have written personal projects was one part. And I would say overall, like if you would see कि कंपनी का इम्पैक्ट अच्छा था, ओपन सोर्स कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन था, सम ऑफ द अचीवमेंट्स थे in the current company as well as while I was in college, plus DSA was very clear, my lead code was very active. ठीक है, तो these are the key points. But apart from that, starting के 6 महीने मुझे कोई कॉल नहीं है. At the end of 6 months, I would say at the end of the year of the 6 month, मुझे सारे कॉल्स हैं. तो अब तुम इसमें लक बोलो या कुछ और बोलो, I would not say, but I have applied many times. In a one company, in one shot, I applied 30 positions in a 30 minute, and I got threshold mailed. I think I have told the same thing in my one of the video. I applied in one company 30 times लगातार, 30 applications. ठीक है, and I got threshold mail from that company कि you can't apply for the next 30 days. But on the next day I got call from that company, one of the HR called me. So तो अब इसमें तुम क्या बोलोगे? Just keep applying. Like folk style के मुझे referral नहीं मिल रहा है. Why you need to focus on referral? Just directly apply on direct portal, because many of the folks are actually diverting towards referral, और direct portal पे आपको अप्लाई नहीं करता है, बहुत रेयर केसेस है, तो चांसेस इंक्रीजेस. तो जस्ट हिट एंड ट्रायल करते रहो. ठीक है, मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें मेरी इंटरव्यूज़ लाइक वीडियोज़ में बता रखी है. फर्स्ट इज हाउ आई गॉट द इंटरव्यू कॉल्स, दैट इज़ मेन थिंग. एंड इन ईच ऑफ दीज वीडियोज़ आई हैव टेल के मैंने कैसे अप्लाई किया था और कैसे मुझे कॉल आया था. तो यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम देयर ऑल्सो. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन हैं. Now with so much competition and resources leveling the playing for system design or LLD interviews, what do you think is separating factor? Just to get hired, do you leverage your behavioral? Yes, this is very key important. Suppose I am not sure like who is this, but great question. If you think like system design and LLD सबका अच्छा जा रहा है, नहीं जाता है. सेम क्वेश्चन अगर तुम्हें देंगे किसी और इंटरव्यू, किसी और कैंडिडेट को देंगे, and if I ask you कि why are you using Kafka, and if you are not able to tell कि तुम what was the topic you are deciding, what is the celebrity problem, और तुम partition कैसे करोगे, many like minute details I would say they focus on. And if you're lagging some part and some other candidate is actually focusing more and providing the more depth, उसके ज़्यादा पॉजिटिव पॉइंट बनेंगे. एंड इवन इफ़ यू थिंक कि सिस्टम डिज़ाइन LLD दोनों का सही है, then surely hiring manager round matters a lot. Like I have taken hiring manager round very lightly and I have got rejected. Like system design clear, LLD clear, सब कुछ clear, but hiring manager reject because I haven't prepared. Like मैंने सोचा था क्या ये पूछेंगे, behavioral है, बोल देंगे star method से, but that is not the case. And how to prepare for hiring manager, I recently created this video. This is really good video, you should check it out. So yeah, behavioral interviews matters a lot. Can you share tips how to efficiently do a revision for all? I would say I would create a roadmap का video for this. So I am skipping this question. But yeah, revision तो यार क्वेश्चन करते रहो खुद से, खुद का ही मॉक इंटरव्यू लेते रहो, खुद को ग्रिल करते रहो in terms that you are interviewer in an interview. You should be good. Okay. Let's see some. I am not sure mind blend which is your resume, तो आई एम सॉरी. ठीक है रैंडमली उड़ाते हैं स्वीट टू. सो दिस इज़ द लास्ट रेज्यूमे आई एम रिव्यूइंग. देन उसके बाद ये क्या है, बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस व्हेन ड्राफ्टिंग रेज्यूमे. क्या बात है, सब भाई ने बता रखा है, सब देख लो भाई. How much experience you have? Never write education in the top. Never. Don't write relevant coursework. No needed. Work experience. Hyderabad. The impact. No. There should be max 5 points. I'm not sure why have you break down this much. On-call में participation, it's very obvious that if you're in a company you will participate in on-call, you can remove this point. Proposed and contributed GenAI based features. I know why I have written this GenAI for the ATS purpose, but okay. Because at this point is actually not making sense. What type of contribution or feature you have proposed, and if the feature was proposed, was the project started and it was implemented and went to prod, and what was the impact? अगर ये सब नहीं है तो it doesn't make sense. Like हर मीटिंग में कोई ना कोई कुछ प्रपोज कर रहा होता है, तो I would say this doesn't make sense. Apart from that, it looks good. Academic projects, you can reduce this. No need, no one sees this. So when you don't have like enough space, you can just keep on removing this. Yeah, education को सबसे डाउन में डाल दो. Where are technical skills? There is no technical skills here. Write technical skills like in which you are proficient. I can't see even you. So is from Spring Boot I can say you are experienced in Java, right? But you should actually write technical skills and all. Okay. Okay. So we are very over time. Yes. Let me know in the comments कैसा था आज का लाइव स्ट्रीम, एंड शुड वी एक्चुअली कंटिन्यू दिस. डोंट वरी, आई विल कीप दिस फॉर्म एक्टिव. नेक्स्ट वीकेंड वी विल शॉर्टली हैव another live session, and yeah, do check out my other videos, and like if you think they are helpful, and I am shortly starting system design series, so focus on that also. And let me know in the comments if you think what all videos I need to create. I will be trying to frame that. I'm not getting much time, but yeah, that's it. Any other questions too? Yeah, we can check. What platform is the best for applying jobs? There is no single platform. I've already created a video how I got the interview calls. Let me put here. Yes. जो वीडियो में सबसे ज़्यादा मैंने टाइम स्पेंड किया वो सबसे अच्छी हैं. हाउ आई गॉट द इंटरव्यू कॉल्स, हाउ आई मास्टर्ड. इनके व्यू सबसे कम है भाई, अलग ही है मतलब. तो हाउ टू टैकल 3 months notice period got an offer. I would say try to check your terms and condition. If it is strictly written, then you can't actually move forward. Otherwise, I would say just leave the company and join Amazon. It doesn't matter, because in India I think there is some policy you can't actually force someone to stay in a company. ऐसा कुछ तो है, but वही है. एक बार टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन चेक कर लेना. Okay, does the CTC of SD1 matters while shifting? Surely it matters a lot. Like, I would say it really matters a lot what is your pay, but you will get, suppose for SD1 the package is between 15 to 25, SD2 starts from maybe 30 to so on. So if you are capable of getting 40 lakh or maybe 45 lakh as an SD2 after your interviews, but in terms of like your current compensation, they will offer you the starting salary of SD2. So if you don't have competing offer, then there is no other way. Like, I would actually create a separate video for like how to negotiate and all. That is very interesting and my very challenging thing from my side, like I have seen. ATS चेक करने के लिए कोई साइट? भाई मैंने कभी ATS चेक नहीं किया मेरे रिज्यूमे का, ठीक है. तो आई एम रियली सॉरी इफ़ यू थिंक कि ATS मैटर्स. मैंने अपना रिज्यूमे कभी भी ATS के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं बनाया है. वॉट एवर द की पॉइंट्स आई हैव टोल्ड राइट नाउ, जस्ट इम्प्लीमेंट दैट एंड यू शुड बी गुड. डोंट फोकस ऑन ATS. आई डोंट नो हाउ दे कैलकुलेटिंग द ATS, ठीक है. If you like, suppose for a scenario you are applying to some company, you have seen the JD, key points निकालो, use ChatGPT I would say, ठीक है. Key points निकालो and try to add them in your resume. That's it. Yeah, so overall all the best for your preparation if anyone is preparing for SD1 to SD2 or maybe for SD1 from freshers. And yeah, do let me know in comments